Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So today we're taking a look at the tragic case and what Deborah Jane Martin did. So the other day, the police on the 12th were called to a family residency after a 911 call and then hang up. The 911 call and the recording and the transcript is very short. But it's basically you can hear a woman pleading for her life. She's clearly, you can hear her say, "No, Debbie, don't do it. Please don't." And then you hear what sounds like basically it's a human being gasping for air, unable to speak or do anything else. And then the phone call abruptly ended. And as in any case, a 911 call that is ended abruptly without anybody actually speaking on the phone, when in some jurisdictions they still send, even if you call and hang up, their protocol is to send officers out to the address. When the officers arrived at the home of the Martin family, the only one in the home at the time was Deborah Jane Martin, her mother, and her father. There was nobody else who resided in the residency, and nobody else was there. There were no signs from outside the home as officers surrounded the home and checked the perimeter. There was no signs of a break-in. There were no signs that anyone inside the home had there was any kind of fight. Just looking in through the windows, that everything appeared to be in its place from what they could see from the front door. So Deborah Jane Martin, age 43, killed both her mother and her father. Her mother, Ann Martin, age 71, and her father, David Martin, age 72. And her mother was a retired school teacher. Her father had several jobs in his lifetime, but he was more of a mechanic, and he worked with his hands. He didn't have a one single career his entire life. He had several different careers, but he was both of her parents were very well loved in their area. Both of them belong to a social organization, which I will not put their name out there. If they want to release a statement later on, they can. And since this just happened, I'm going to respect their wishes and not release it. They friends and family and neighbors are all shocked and appalled by this. The family is really grieving and trying to wrap their heads around what really took place on the other day. So when the police arrived at the scene, they knocked at the door, and after checking the perimeter, making sure that it didn't look like anybody broke in, and Deborah Jane Martin answered the door with a towel in her hand, still drying her hair. She had just gotten out of the shower. She greeted the officers and said, "What can I help you with?" And "Hello, what can I help you with?" And they said, "We had a 911 call from this address. We need to come in and make sure that everything is all right." She basically took a couple of steps back, opened the door, and freely just allowed them to walk on into the house. Nothing out of the ordinary in the living room and front entryway to the home. But once the officers arrived around the corner to the dining room kitchen area, both of her parents were deceased to the point where there was no medical attention that was going to save either one of them. Her father's throat was slit. He was actually slit from behind the left ear across in a downward angle across his neck. This is from a statement from a deputy sheriff who was at the scene and had seen the bodies before they were loaded into the bags. Okay, this is not an official statement on injuries that were inflicted upon them. Okay, so please understand that. Don't chastise me in the comment section for it. The mother had several stab wounds to her abdomen, chest, neck, and the side of her upper shoulder on one side. It looked like she was the second to be attacked. Dad was first, then mom, and she attacked. Why she attacked him and killed him, right now we have no idea. We would just be guessing at why she did it. But they shared this suburban Chicago home for most of her life. And when the officers went to place the cuffs on her and read her rights and take her away, the only thing she asked for was her wallet and if she could finish her Coca-Cola and enjoy a cigarette before being placed into the squad car. They did not allow her to finish her Coke or give her a cigarette, but they did grab her wallet for her, to make it easier to book her into the jail, I guess. But she is currently under arrest, and she will be most likely be facing 2 counts of first-degree murder unless she is able to work out some kind of a plea agreement. And you read the title right. I'm going to put up a picture here, a snapshot of my Google. It would be from my Gmail. Would be from my social interactions. They have 3 different tabs. It'd be on a social. And Deborah was a subscriber to my channel. I have never met Deborah Jane Martin. I don't know her from anybody. I'll put up some pictures of her you've seen, through this and the thumbnail. But I did speak with her via communication through the Facebook group. She had messaged me a couple of times, but when she did communicate with me, it was only to ask me to look into another case. It wasn't a case that had already done. Another case that she had heard about in the news, and she wanted to see if I would if I would cover that case. And so you might wonder, how do I know it's the same lady? Well, she told me in a live stream that she was from the Chicago area and that she was a fan of the Chicago Cubs shirt that I was wearing at the time. And so I remembered the name Martin, and Deborah from that. And so then I went on to the Facebook group and I looked at the Facebook profile for the person who was a member of the group, and I looked at the picture, the mugshot picture, and I compared it to the actual information that was released in the media, and everything lines up, matches up. So I am 99.99% sure this is the same lady that the subscriber who killed her parents. And then I checked the Twitter, and I checked on the YouTube. The profile pictures are of her, and they all match up. And she's been a subscriber of my channel, Facebook, I only have notification of when she joined the Facebook and joined the YouTube channel when she started subscribing to both of those. And she subscribed back in April to the YouTube channel, and about the same time to the Facebook group as well. The messages with the Deborah Jane Martin that I traded back and forth within the YouTube, not YouTube, but the Facebook group, all come back to, and when I click on that name, it all comes back to the same person, the same picture. I mean, you look at the 2 photos side by side, it's the same person. I don't know why she did it. I don't think there's anything that I would be able to add to the investigation or to the understanding of why she did it. So I highly doubt the police would be contacting me. I went back on this morning to check her social media, and it does appear that they have closed her Facebook page. And I have not received the notice that they closed her YouTube subscription. So she is still a subscriber. As far as I can see. Now, when it comes to YouTube subscribers, now I can only see the profile and the channels for people who publicly let you know what their subscriptions are and who they are. A lot of people have privacy settings where they block people from knowing what their subscriptions are and who they are unless they have a channel. And she does have 4 subscribers to her YouTube. I've never understood that, how people get subscribers to a channel if they've never posted a video. But she liked videos, and she's got a whole lot of videos that she liked on a lot of true crime channels. So I absolutely would not be surprised if she was a subscriber of not only my channel, but she probably is a follower, a subscriber of True Crime Loser, Cece's Crime and Coffee. She's probably, at least, I'm guessing that she probably subscribed to a lot of the channels that I often talk about and pitch. And she's probably a subscriber to Kay's channel as well. But I don't know. I can't go into theirs and ask them if they know she's a subscriber or not. But she's definitely a subscriber of my channel. It's tragic. Right now, like I said, it's too early to know why, and the New York Post, the Chicago Tribune, and all the other newspapers out there, and the AP Newswire, they have not alluded to any type of reason why she would have done this. So it'd be pure speculation on my part, or anybody's part to try to figure out why she did, this thing that she did, killing her parents, if she really did it. I know she's been arrested for it, and she is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder, according to what the jail has said, that she is being held on those charges. So, and those charges are pending because she has not seen a judge yet on those charges. So, that's where it's at. I have a YouTube subscriber who killed her parents.